Hello and welcome to Higher Ground Gaming. This is Eric. Today we're going to finally do another game on our channel from our 1970 National Pastime 3 replay. It's April 30th of 1970, the last day of April, the last game in April here. And we figured we would telecast this one. It's been a while since we've broadcast one of these games. Since we switched offices, we've been playing a bunch of games on this computer, but we just haven't been able. It hasn't been hooked up to the internet because it requires an Ethernet cable, and which we have. It's just also too. It's in our new office. We're working off a hotspot, so we can't use an Ethernet cable working off a hotspot because it's not. It's just we can't. Anyway, it's under on the Delphi forums. Under National NPIII, HGG NPIII 1970 replay or something like that. I know it's HGG 1970 NP3 replay. On Delphi forum, same one that King Icky-Boo has, and Clinton Parks has one going there. King Icky-Boo's decade of the 1980s. He's about halfway through. He's going strong on that. And Clinton Parks, I think, is 1965 replay. Both of them using, of course, MP3. This game right here. So anyway, so we got all our updates here, and we finally got access to. We brought this computer to a place we're house sitting, and we're able to upload a bunch of games to the Delphi forum. That we played in the last few months. Not a lot, but a few, and we finally finished the month of April here. So, without further ado, we're going to have this be a game, and I'm going to play this last game, and then we're going to do a little summary of the stats from the month of April and see where we are so far. I'm also going to post the standings and maybe some of the stats on Delphi forums too. So, anyway, as you can see here, the New York Mets, who were champions last year, World Series champions, Miracle Mets, are quite struggling this year. As you can see, they're 3-15, so they're anything but amazing so far to start the 1970 season. So Nolan Ryan is on the hill today against for the Mets against McCormick for the San Francisco Giants, who are a little bit better, but not great either. Yeah, so that's it right there. So let's quickly take a look at the standings so far, and then we'll go over the stats later. So coming into this is, again, this being the last game of the month of April. The Orioles are in first, with 12-7 record in the American League East, with the Yankees a game behind. In the West, it's the Twins 12-6, with the Brewers 13-7, both tied for first place, but Minnesota percentage place points behind them. The Athletics are 12-8, a game behind them. In the National League East, the Cubs so far are the darlings so far of this 1970 replay. They're 15-3, the opposite of the Mets. Very strong Cubs team, and already have a 5-game lead over the Cardinals. The Astros are 13-8 in the National League West, with the Braves a game behind, and the Dodgers a game and a half, and Reds 2.5. So very tight there. So basically, the whole National League West, you can fit them pretty much in between the Cubs and the well, not really, but as far as games behind go, they would all fit between the Cubs and the Cardinals, because they're the Padres, who are in last place, Padres and Giants, are just 4 games out, while the Cardinals are 5 games out. Anyway, so that is the what it looks like there. The Red Sox struggling, 7-12. Royals 6-13 in the basement in the American League West. Then, like I said, the Mets are in the basement in the East, and the Padres and Giants are tied for the basement in the West there. So we'll go over the stats and everything after this game, but without further ado, let's get this game underway here. So again, we got all the updates and everything. The last update was sometime in September, but we updated it this week. Actually, when we came here. So this should be the latest edition of NP3. So here we go. So we have, let's go through the lineups here for the New York Mets. AG in center will lead it off. Tommy AG. Bud Harrelson, the shortstop, hit second. Jones in left will bat third. Clendenin, the first baseman, will hit cleanup, followed by Ron Swoboda in right. Joe Foy, the ex-Red Sox, is the third baseman, hitting sixth. Al Weiss, the second baseman, bats seventh. Dyer behind the plate will hit eighth, and Nolan Ryan on the hill bats ninth. So the San Francisco Giants in the outfield, left to right, is going to be Taylor, Bonds, and Henderson. The infield, the left to right, is going to be Davenport at third, Lanier at short, Hunt at second, and Willie McCovey at first. Behind the plate, Dick Dietz catching Mike McCormick. So you can see Mike McCormick is 2-1 on the season. He's pitched 30 innings, allowed 29 hits, 1.78 earned run average. And hitters are hitting .252 against him. He struck out 14 and walked 3. So Tommy Agee steps in the box. He's hitting .250 with a homer and 5 runs batted in. Here's the windup and the pitch, and it's 5-3. And that's going to be a fly out to center. And Bonds has it for out number 1. Next up is Bud Harrelson. He comes in hitting .265 with 3 runs batted in. And he will strike out looking. So 2 up and 2 down for the Mets. Next up is Cleon Jones. Comes in hitting .250 with 8 runs batted in and no home runs. So as you can see so far, the Mets hitter's not doing that well. And looks like we might have a base hit here, though. Yeah, that's going to be a single. See if he gets the jump here. And he will not. So a 2-out single for Cleon Jones brings up Don Clendenin, hitting just .143 with 2 homers and 3 runs batted in. And it'll be a walk, so a little 2-out rally for the Mets here. Ron Swoboda up now, .222, 2 homers, 4 runs batted in. Runners get their leads. McCormick looks in for the sign. Here's the windup in the pitch. And that will be a force out at second, 5-4 on the putout. And nothing doing for the Mets in the first. So the batting order for the Giants is going to be against Nolan Ryan. It's going to be Bobby Bonds will lead it off and play center. Ron Hunt, the second baseman, hits second. It's Ken Henderson in right field, bats third. Willie McCovey, the first baseman, will hit cleanup. Behind the plate, Dick Dietz hits fifth. Davenport, the third baseman, hits sixth. Taylor in left bats seventh. Al Lanier, the shortstop, eighth. And Mike McCormick on the hill will bat ninth. So Nolan Ryan, you can see he's an A rating with an X for strikeouts and walks WW. So he will walk and strike out a lot of batters. I think in the actual game, he pitched a complete game, walking 8 and striking out 8 and getting the win. So, all right, so Nolan Ryan on the mound. He's pitched 11 innings, got an 0-1 record. He's allowed 8 hits, struck out 8, and walked 9. There you go. ERA of 4.09, and hitters are hitting 200 against him. So Bobby Bonds steps to the plate. He's setting .253, 2 homers and 4 runs batted in. The Giants 9-12 on the season. Here's the windup in the pitch. And that's going to be a strikeout. So Ryan K's Bonds swinging for out number 1 on the high heat. So Ron Hunt up to the plate now. He's hitting .213, a homer and 6 runs batted in. And that's going to be an error on... Let's see, who's that here? Error on Al Weiss. And the Giants have their first base runner. Whoops, as we drop the die. All right. So Hunt will be held on by Glendenon at first. Ryan looks into the sign, looks at the runner, kicks and delivers. Working out of the stretch now. And that's going to be a 4-6-3 double play. And that will do it for the Giants in the first. So after one full, no score. It'll be Foy, Weiss, and Dyer up for the Mets in the top of the second. Foy comes in hitting .278 with a homer, 4 runs batted in. He has to pitch by McCormick. And that's going to be a strikeout. So 1 gone. Brings up Al Weiss, the second baseman. .278 with 2 RBIs. You can see no power for the Mets so far. Very little as far as hitting and extra base hits. Definitely not much there. And it's going to be a fly out to right. And Henderson will have it for out number 2. That'll bring up Dyer. Duffy Dyer comes in. Hitting .263, 2 homers, 6 runs batted in. And that one is going to be a off the wall. That's going to go for extra bases. And, ooh, this one could be a home run possibly. It's 11-46 will be a homer. And that one is going to be off the wall, top of the wall. And that will be a double for Dyer. So a 2-out double. Brings up Ryan, see if he can help his own cause here. He is 1 for 3 on the season. That's going to be a base hit. No, it's not actually. 4-4 normally is a base hit, but not for the pitcher. As that's a ground out to first, and McCovey will take it to the bag to end the inning. So the Mets get a run in scoring position, but cannot deliver. Story of their season. 1.5. No score. Ryan back out on Hill. McCovey, Dietz, and Davenport at the heart of the order. McCovey comes in having a great season so far, hitting .308 with 6 homers, 14 runs batted in. And this is going to be an out, as he will foul out to Foy at third for out number 1. Brings up Dick Dietz, .354, 2 homers, 9 runs batted in. A great start for him. And it's going to be a ground out to short for out number 2. So 2 up and 2 down for the Giants in the second. Brings up Jim Davenport, third baseman. Comes in hitting .273 in 13 plate appearances. No homers, no runs batted in. And Davenport will strike out swinging. So 1, 2, 3 go the Giants in the second. So after 2 full, no score. Cormick back out on the hill. It'll be top of the order. A.G., Harrelson, and Jones. A.G. flew out to center his first time up. And it's going to be a base hit. See if he gets the jump here. Cannot. So A.G. on with a leadoff single. Brings up Harrelson. Switch hitting shortstop. He's just going to hit away. Is he going to hit away? Actually, I think he's going to bunt. He will bunt. So Harrelson squares around. Oh, and it's bunted too hard. Third baseman fields it. Oh, shortstop covering second, and AG is going to be out by a step. So sacrifice does not work. So now you have a little bit slower runner with Bud Harrelson. That'll bring up Cleon Jones. Singled his first time up. Harrelson gets his lead. Covey holding him on. And that's going to be a fielder's choice. He'll get the lead runner once again. So the Mets' woes continue here. Cannot get a manufacturer a run. Clendenin up now. He walked his first time up. Jones being held on. 3-3. And this one's hit a long way. Oh, and that is going to be an out as Jones is thrown out on third. He was already in scoring position. So that will do it for the Mets in the top of the third. So we head to the bottom of the third. Still no score. Bottom third, Taylor, Lanier, and McCormick. Taylor comes in hitting .304, 4 homers, 8 runs batted in. So he's having a good season also. And that's going to be a walk. So Ryan walks the leadoff man. That'll bring up Lanier. Lanier will hit away with the short pitcher coming up next. 279 with 5 runs batted in. Hold on there. Alrighty, sorry about that. We had our TV on pause and must have came off pause with a commercial. Alrighty, so Hal Lanier up now. And Lanier will hit away here. 279, 5 runs batted in. And that's going to be a 6-3. And that will be a fly out to left. And Jones will make the catch for out number 1. That'll be up to pitcher McCormick. He will square around and bunt. And a successful sacrifice on the wheel play, and that will be 2 outs now. So Bonds with a chance to put the Giants ahead here. Bonds struck out his first time up. And Bonds will deliver. Apparently, yeah, he will deliver. No, he won't deliver. Wow. Oh, it's off of Ryan, because Ryan's an A, I think it was. So normally that's a hit when you roll doubles, but I'm thinking probably more of Appa. But anyway, it's usually a hit in this, and this is a derivative of Appa. In many ways. In many ways, I think an improved version, at least in my opinion. So, all right, what happened there? That was a ground out 5-3, so that will do it. So, remain scoreless as we head to the 4th. Sabota, Foy, and Weiss up for the Mets against McCormick, who's now a D rating. Lefty delivers. And Sabota will ground out for out number 1. Foy struck out his first time. And that's going to be an error. So E6. So that's an error on the shortstop Lanier. Before he will reach. Let's see if he gets stolen base. He cannot get the jump. So starting pitchers will at least go 5 innings. Or let up 5 runs. Either one, he gets them yanked. Unless they're... well, it depends. It's up my discretion, but at least 5 innings. Kind of like King Ikibu does. If they're pitching a shutout, I leave them in, no matter what the score is. If they're pitching a shutout, until I let up that run. So Mike McCormick, 2 outs now for Al Weiss. So what happened to the runner there? Is that an error? I thought that was an error. I guess that wasn't an error. Oh, he's caught stealing. Yeah, caught stealing. I didn't see that. I was not paying attention. All right. So 2 down now. So the error did not prove costly. 5-6. So that brings up Weiss. 2-1. And that will do it. So 3.5 in the books. Still no score. Yeah, Ryan was an A. That's why that was an out for Bonds there. So it'll be Hunt, Henderson, and McCovey. So Ryan has walked 1 and struck out 2. Hunt reached on the error his first time up. And that's going to be double, 6-6. So this could be extra bases. And it will be a double for Hunt, leadoff double. So the Giants in business. They're on in scoring position, nobody out. It'll be a Henderson. He hit into a 4-6-3 double play his first time up. Oops. This could put the Giants on the board here. And it will. Another double. So back-to-back doubles. And the Giants are on the board. 1-0. It'll bring up McCovey. Grounded out to third. Popped out the third his first time. I think he fouled out. Oops. 2 did not go in there. Oh, come on. That's weird. I don't know why it does that. It's a weird error. So McCovey lines the short. They get the runner at second, so line out, double play. Line out, throw him out, double play. So 2 outs now. The base is empty for Dietz. Oh, and Dietz is going to get a hold of one here. And this one is gone. So Dietz hits a long one off Ryan. Solo shot. Thankfully for the double play, it's only a solo. So that makes it 2-0 now. So Jim Davenport struck out his first time up. And he'll ground out the short 10th inning. But the Giants get 2 and back-to-back doubles and a home run by Dick Dietz. Solo home run after the double play, and it's 2-0 after 4. That might be enough against the hapless Mets. Are unable to produce any offense so far, any offense really this season. So it'll be Dyer, the pitcher spot, and Agee. So Dyer doubled his first time up, but was left stranded there, and looks like he's going to go for extra bases again. And this one could be gone here, 5-5. That's a solo home run, and the Mets are on the board. Now a 2-1 game. So Ryan up there now. So it may have prolonged the life for Nolan Ryan. McCormick to a D rating now. So 5-3. That's going to be an error on McCovey. So Ryan will reach on the error. That's going to make it a... So Ryan, a slow runner. Taylor up there now, and Taylor, I think, is going to bunt. Even though the pitcher's coming up next. No, he is not. He's the number 7 hitter. Lanier's coming up next, so he will bunt. And that will be a successful sacrifice. 3-4 on the putout. Nope, I was looking at the wrong lineup. It was Agee that made the bunt, so that would make sense. Harrelson up there now. So Harrelson with a chance now to tie the game here. The Mets can come back quickly and get those 2 runs back. So Harrelson struck out and hit into a fielder's choice. Ryan gets his lead out second, a short lead. And he will file out to third for out number 2. So it's up to Cleon Jones if the Mets can continue this inning. Singled, 1 for 2. Singled and 3-6 put out. And he'll ground out to short to end the inning. But the Mets get one back on the Dyer home run. It's 2-1 now as we head halfway through, as we head to the bottom of the 5th. Ryan back out on the hill. It'll be the bottom of the 3rd of the order for the Giants. Taylor, Lanier, and McCormick. And it's going to be 1-4. It's going to be a walk. All right, Lanier will hit away. Lanier flew out to left his first time up. And that's going to be an error. So the Mets falling apart here. So it's going to be an error on Harrelson. I think that might be his second error. Or is it Weiss that day? I can't remember. Anyway. So that'll be, runner will go to third, and that will put runners on first and third. Lanier does not get the jump. So runners at the corners, nobody out for McCormick, and McCormick will stay in the game, and he will bunt. Yeah, why not? We'll try this. They're going to bring the infield in. Safety squeeze here. McCormick gets up. McCormick has successful sacrifice his first time up. See if he can do it again. Oh, they get the runner at second. Batter safe at first. McCormick's still already. McCormick does not get the jump, so that is unsuccessful. Now it's first and third, but with one out now. McCormick is the runner on first. So Bonds now with another chance to get an RBI here. He struck out and hit into a 5-3 ground out. And he strikes out again. So Ryan gets him. 2 down now. Hunt up there now. Hunt. Error and I can't remember the check mark. Is that the RBI or is that the run scored? That is the run scored. Hunt. Yep. The check mark is the, down here under his name is the RBI. Is the run scored, and the asterisk is the RBI. So runners on first and third. Let's see if he can increase the lead here for the Giants, who lead 2-1 now. First and third. Runners get their leads. Ryan looks in for the sign. Looks at the runners. He has the delivery. And that will be a fly out to right to end the inning. So we head to the top of the 6th. Still a 1-run lead for the Giants. McCormick will go out there, but he's on a short lease now. So Clendenin up there now. He's walked and singled. And that will be it for McCormick, as he's going to let up another base hit. And let's see here. See if we get the jump. 5-4. And that is going to be it for McCormick. Let's see here. So it looks like we have Frank Rohrberger or Lindsay. Rohrberger or Lindsay. So let's see. We've got a righty coming up. So that's going to be it for McCormick. He can win it. He cannot lose it. He is responsible for Clendenin. Rohrberger or Lindsay. So Lindsay. He did pitch an inning in the third yesterday. We're gonna bring Werberger in. He's had a day off yesterday, so we'll bring in Werberger first. All right, so Werberger is in to go against Sabota. The righty, 1-1 on the season, 17 innings pitched, 21 hits allowed. Struck out 11, walked 14, ERA of 7.79. Batters are hitting .292 against. So that might be what the Mets want here, though. Sabota with a chance here. Sabota 2 home runs on the season. He's grounded out the third twice. He has to wind up in the pitch as Clendon is being held on at first by McCovey. And that's going to be a 3-2. And that will be a ground ball double play. So the Mets' woes continues. And we head to the 6th. Giants 2, Mets 1. Ryan, so Werberger on the hill. Actually, 2 outs there. Still got 1 more to go here. So Joe Foy up there now. He's 0 for 2. Struck out. Reached on an arrow and was caught stealing. And Ryan now to a B as Foy strikes out to end the inning. So we head to the bottom of the 6th now. 2-1 Giants. Ryan back out there again. Henderson 1 for 2 with an RBI double. Got the Mets on the board. The Giants on the board. But then was picked off not picked off, but doubled up on the line out by McCovey. All right, so McCovey up there now, 0 for 2 on the day. Pitch by Ryan. And he strikes out. 4 Ks now for Nolan. So 2 down now. Dick Dietz, he homered off Ryan, his first time out. And that's the margin of the game now. 2-1. Because of that solo home run. 5-5. Could he go deep again? No, he'll fly out to the warning track. But Bonds is there on the warning track to almost out against the fence to end the inning. So he made a bid for his second home run, but came up just short. So we head to the 7th. Giants 2, Mets 1. It'll be bottom 3rd of the order. The White's Dyer, and probably Ryan will be lifted for a pinch hitter. We shall see. 5-1. That's going to be a walk. So Weiss reaches. So leadoff walk. Werberger on the hill. Let's see here. Duffy Dyer. I think Dyer may be called upon to bunt here and get a pinch hitter for Ryan. Let's do that. Yeah. So let's bunt. 5-5. Oh, of course, it was 5-5. That's just the Mets story there. That probably would have been a single, but he was bunting. A successful sacrifice will put Weiss in scoring position now, and Ryan will be lifted for a pinch hitter. Let's just see what pinch hitters were used in the game. Ken Boswell. So Ken Boswell will be called upon the pinch hit. So Boswell comes in, hitting just 156 in 49 plate appearances with 3 runs batted in. Berger looks for the sign, looks back at the runner. Here's the delivery, 1 down. And he will ground out to second. That will get the runner over to third, but with 2 outs, so pass ball or a wild pitch could bring home the tying run. So Tommy Agee up there now with a chance, top of the order. He's 1 for 2 with a single. Also has a sacrifice. And he strikes out, so unable to deliver. And it remains 2-1 as we get 7th inning stretch time here in Candlestick. They sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game," which I will not try to sing. All right, so Boswell is not going to be pitching, of course. And Ryan, I think, pitched a complete game, so we're going to have to go to see who else in this. Oops, that's not what we want. So this is the last game of the series, so we'll see who else pitched in this series. Not much in there. Taylor and McGraw. McGraw really didn't pitch anything. So Taylor and Kuntz will be my first choices. McGraw did pitch. So Taylor, Kuntz, and McGraw. All right, so let's see what we can get here. And Kuntz, let's see here. Kuntz. Yeah, I had him pitch inning. So Taylor. He pitched 2/3. McGraw. Yeah. All right, we'll go with Taylor, I guess. So Taylor is going to come on in. I know he's one of their closers. Is their closer, I believe. So he will try to keep this a 1-run game. That's desperate to get a win any way they can. Bringing Taylor in the bottom of the 7th to try to keep this a 2-1 game. So Davenport up to the plate now. He's 0 for 2 on the day. Taylor comes in, pitched 11 innings, allowed 11 hits, walked 3, struck out 6. Area 4.22, batters hitting 256 against him. Here's the pitch to Davenport. And it's going to be out number 1 as he grounds out to Clendenin unassisted. Got to bring up Taylor. Bob Taylor is walked twice. And he will foul up to third for out number 2. So 2 up and 2 down in the Giants' 7th. Brings up Lanier. He's 0 for 2. He did reach on an error. His last time up. And that is going to be all she wrote for the for the Giants in the 7th. So we head to the 8th. Let's see, how many innings did Rohrberger pitch? He's pitched 2 so far, so he's going to come out. And I can't remember who else they had available. Lindsay. So Lindsay will come in. So Rohrberger does his job. Lindsay's going to come in to relieve him here in the 8th. So Lindsay's going to be called upon to get 6 outs here. Does Lindsay have any saves? Let's see here. I don't know if he does. Hold on here. Let's just see if he did. I think he does. Let's see. In 1970. Yeah, he had 3 saves, so. Oh, San Francisco right there. He had 1 save for the Giants and then 2 for St. Louis, so. He hasn't had any yet, so we're going to have him just maybe be his 1 save. Possibly. We'll see. So Lindsay will face Harrelson, Jones, and Clendenin, 2, 3, and 4 hitters. So Harrelson 0 for 3 on the day. Oops. And he will ground out third for out number 1. So we have Jones. Jones 1 for 3 on the day, singled his first time up. And he'll ground out short. And it's Clendenin now. Clendenin perfect on the day. 2 for 2 with a pair of singles and a walk. See if he can remain perfect. He cannot. So he'll fly out to right. And I think we're going to let Lindsay stay in the hit. Since he's going to try to get those last 3 outs on top of the 9th. He's been putting them down in order. So let's go with the hot hand here. Even though all the pitching is a story today, just 2 to 1. So, all right. So Lindsay on the hill. On at the plate. Taylor pitched a scoreless inning. He'll be on here. So 4-4. Oh no, that probably would have been a hit for anybody else, but it's a strikeout. So Bonds up there now. Bonds has had a rough day. He's had runners in scoring position 2 of the 3 at-bats and has been unable to deliver. He's 0 for 3 on the day. And he'll get a hit this time, though. This one's hit pretty deep. Is it going to be enough? And this one is gone. So Bobby Bonds gets an insurance run to the Giants. And finally gets off the schneid, and it's now 3 to 1, so that could be huge. As the Giants fans erupt here at Candlestick Park, 3 to 1. So Hunt up there now. Hunt scored a run, 1 for 3, doubled and scored. Back in the 4th, and he gets hit by a pitch here. So frustration by Taylor here in the Mets. Still only 1 out here. Henderson 1 for 3. RBI double. And that's going to be a ground out to first. Taylor covers. As Clendenin flips it to him, Hunt will go to third. So 2 down now from McCovey. McCovey over 3 on the day. And not over yet. He'll walk, so runners at the corners. Oh, actually, what happened there? Oops. I think I double hit that thing. Hold on. Undo. Yeah, there you go. So runners at the corners now. So Dietz up there now. He's homered on the day. So trying to get out of it. And he will strike him out. But damage is done as Bobby Bonds goes deep. And it's now a 3-1 game. So Lindsay a little bit more of a cushion now. 2-run cushion. He'll face Sabota, Foyle, and Weiss. Sabota 0 for 3 on the day. Here's the pitch by Lindsay. And now it's going to be a walk. So Dietz will go out and talk to him. Settle him down there. Sabota will be lifted for a... Oops. Lifted for a pinch runner. Let's see what we got here. It's going to be Wayne Garrett coming in. He'll be held on by McCovey. So Foy up there now. Foy 0 for 3 on the day. Here's the windup in the pitch. Garrett with a short lead. And strikeout. Big strikeout there for Lindsay. So 1 down now. Giants will play back. Hope for the double play to end this game. Now Weiss up there now. Weiss 0 for 2 with a walk. Pitched by Lindsay. And that's going to be 4-6-3 double play. So they get what they wanted there. And it is a 3-1 victory for the Mets for the Giants as the Mets continue to struggle. Now dropped to 3-16 on the season. Unbelievable. So let's go to the box score here. Let's save it up. Oops. And the last game of April. The Mets. It's been the story of the Mets season there. Oops. 1 at Giants 3. There's going to be a save for Lindsay. We're not doing holds or any of that kind of stuff because there were no holds back then. Not official holds anyway. Yes, we'll include that in our replay. So, all right. So, let's take a look at the standings now after that loss by the Mets. 3-16, 12.5 games out in just 1 month. Who'd have thunk that? From world champions to the GOATs of the Major League so far. By far, too. Their Royals have won twice as many games than them, and they're the second worst team in the majors. Padres, actually the Expos, are the second worst in the National League with 7, so they get 4 more wins than the Mets. Mets are 2-6 at home and 1-10 on the road. Ouch, they've lost 9 in a row now. Hot teams coming into today. The Cubs, 7 in a row. Winners are 7 in a row. Phillies have won 5 in a row. Dodgers have lost 4 in a row. Lots of winners in the American League West and lots of losers in the American League East. Yankees only won with a 3-game winning streak, and the Angels with a 3-game losing streak in the AL West. So that was the Giants. Yeah, the Giants are now 10-12. So they've gotten out of last place by a half game. All right, so let's take a look at the stats here so far for the 1970 season NPIII replay. So let's take a look here. We're not going to do any of these. We will do the batting leaders here. So take a look at all of these right here. So far in the American League, batting average minimum plate appearances 56. Paul Blair is ahead there with a 440 batting clip. Reese for the Twins, Paul Blair for the Orioles. Reese and Killebrew neck and neck. Reese hitting 400 so far. Killebrew 369. Al Kaline 348 for the Tigers, and a couple of Red Sox after that. Kyle Yastrzemski hitting 347. Reggie Smith 342. Robinson and Buford then next, neck and neck. So a lot of Orioles up there. And it makes sense because they are in first place. So Brooks Robinson 338. Don Buford 329. And Willie Horton 328. And rounding out the top 10, Harper for the Brewers. Tommy Harper hitting 323. So home run leaders. Harmon Killebrew for the Twins has got 9 with Harper and 7. Dalton 6, both for the Brewers. And Yastrzemski with 6. And Nettles for the Indians with 6. Reggie Jackson and Mitchner next. The Athletics with 6 apiece. RBI leaders. Killebrew. So Killebrew's got a good shot at the an early candidate for a triple crown there. He's in the running. Both home runs and RBIs leading. And third in batting average, 31 points behind. Well, actually more than that, 71 points behind. But anyway, so RBI leaders Killebrew with 23, Kaline with 19, Paul Blair for the Orioles 18, Harper also 18, Yastrzemski with 16 over there. Run leaders, Harper for the Brewers 19, Killebrew just one behind at 18, Frank Robinson for the Orioles with 17, as does Paul Blair. Dick McCullough for the Tigers with 15, and Cesar Tovar for the Twins, 15. Rico Petrocelli with 14 for the Red Sox. Hit leaders, Paul Blair with 33, Harper with 30. Johnson for the Angels, 26. Brooks Robinson, 26. Alomar, 26. Yastrzemski, 25. Brady Smith, 25. On base percentage, Paul Blair, wow, over 500, 523. Don Buford for there. So a couple of Orioles back there. So the Orioles are definitely hitting well. 473 with Buford. Epstein for the Senators, 470. Killebrew pretty close, 434, as is Reggie Jackson. So a lot of Orioles, 4 Orioles in the top 8. So half of the top 8 on-base percentage leaders are Orioles. Slugging percentage, Killebrew leading there, no surprise, 831. Over 100 points ahead of Paul Blair for the Orioles, 720. Mitchner for the Athletics, 661. Harper, 634. Reese, 633. Kyle Yastrzemski, 611. Willie Horton, 609. And Brooks Robinson, 597. So let's take a look at the National League. See a lot of Cubs. I expect to see a lot of these in here. So Jim Hickman, 424 batting average and 66 at-bats. Bernie Carbo, 404 for the Reds. Al Ferreira for the Padres, 391. McCarver for the Phillies, 375. Felix Millan for the Braves, 374. Billy Williams having a great season, 370. He is definitely a candidate for MVP early on, as is Hank Aaron. Don Money, 365. Roberto Clemente, 365. And Hank Aaron, 365. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And Dick Dietz, who we just saw for the Giants, with 346 batting average. So home run leaders, Hank Aaron in double digits with 10. So Hank Aaron definitely Triple Crown candidate here. 10 home runs. Cito Gaston for the Padres, 8 home runs. Billy Williams, 8 home runs. Dick Allen, 7 home runs. RBI leaders, Hank Aaron is 631. 6 RBIs ahead of Billy Williams for the Cubs, who's having a fine season, 25. Tony Gonzalez for the Braves is 24 RBIs. Jim Hickman for the Cubs also having a great season so far, with 22 runs batted in. Cito Gaston, 19. We got a lot of Padres here. Al Ferrero, 17. And Nick Colbert, 16. Don Money for the Phillies with 15. Run leaders, Felix Millan, 23. Billy Williams, 21. Hank Aaron, 21. Tony Perez for the Reds, 18. Ron Santa for the Cubs, 18. Cito Gaston, 17. Enrico Cardi, 17. Hit leaders, Felix Millan leads with 34, 3 ahead of Willie Davis for the Dodgers, 31. Hank Aaron also 31 hits for the Braves. Tony Perez, 28. Jim Hickman, 28. So forth. Clemente, 27. Billy Williams rounding it out with 27 with Cito Gaston and Clemente all tied. On base percentage, Bernie Carbo over 500, 516. Jim Hickman over 500, 506. Dick Dietz, who we just saw, 486. Al Ferreira, 462. Billy Williams, 459. I think that's Al Oliver there with the Pirates, 443. Tim McCarver, 429. And Mac Jones, 429 also. Slugging percentage, Al Ferreira, 913 for the Padres. Jim Hickman, 864. Hank Aaron, 800. Carbo, 769. Billy Williams, 726. Clemente, 649. Alan Sells. Definitely a lot of familiar names in there. All right, let's check out batting leaders too. We'll just quickly go over this one since this one. Let's see here. Grand Slam leaders, Willie Horton and Phil Roof. Each with 1. OPS. Killebrew leads with 1265. Paul Blair 1243 to lead. Paul Blair with 7 doubles along with Dick McAuliffe. Triple leaders, Cesar Tovar with 4 triples for the Twins. Reggie Jackson and Don Buford lead in walks with 18. Stolen bases, Rick Monday for the Athletics, 7. Don Buford, Orioles, 6. And Tommy Harper with 6. And Sandy Alomar with 6. Caught stealing, Reggie Jackson, 6. leads the league there. Strikeouts, Walton for the Brewers 24, McMonday 23. All right, let's go to the National League. So Grand Slam leaders, Billy Williams with 2, Hank Aaron, Nate Colbert, and Willie Stargell with 1. Jim Hickman, double digits in doubles with 11. Parker with Dodgers with 9. Perez, the Reds with 8. There you go. Check out the rest. Willie Davis with 6 triples on the season. Wow. Walks, Dick Dietz, 16. Ron Santo, 14. And around with Mac Jones for the Expos, 14. Stolen base leaders, Willie Davis, Dodgers with 8. Tommy Agee with the Mets, 7. About the only bright spot for the Mets right there. Lou Brock for the Cardinals, 7. Caught stealing, Joe Morgan for the Astros, 6. Joe Foy for the Mets, 4. Strikeout leaders, Bobby Bonds for the Giants. He struck out twice in the game we just had. 33 now on the season. Cito Gaston, 29, and Tony Perez, 25. All right, let's take a look at the pitching now. So Catfish Hunter, ERA leader so far, and Chuck Dobson, both for the Athletics, 151 ERA. Stan Bonson for the Yankees, 177. Marty Patton for the Brewers, 189. Dave McNally for the Orioles, 213. Andy Messersmith for the Angels, 220. Sonny Siebert for the Red Sox, 264. Jim Perry, Gaylord Perry. Actually, it's his brother, Jim Perry. For the Twins, 287. I think he may have been the Cy Young of 1970. So he's doing all right. Blue Moon Odom, 309. Jim Palmer, 309. And Mike Cuellar. So a lot of Orioles up there, fairly high. No surprise there. Jim Palmer and Dave McNally both with 4 wins. Catfish Hunter, the Athletics, also with 4 wins. Strikeout leaders, Sam McDowell and Mickey Lolich. Lolich has struggled so far. He's let up a lot of walks so far, but he does have 39 strikeouts, tied for the league lead. Mike Cuellar, 37. Messersmith, 33. Palmer, 29. Innings pitched, Jim Palmer with 43 2/3. Lolich with 43 1/3. Cuellar with 42 2/3. And McNally. So a lot of Orioles up here with 42 1/3. Yeah, Lolich, yeah, that's what it was. Maybe it was the losses. So Lolich with 4 losses on the season leads the league. Save leaders, Tatum for the Angels leads with 6. Aker for the Yankees, 4. Whip leaders, Marty Patton for the Brewers, 0.66. Dobson, 0.81. Sonny Siebert for the Red Sox, 0.95. Dave McNally, 0.97. Catfish Hunter, 0.98. And Mike Cuellar, 1.01. All right, let's check out the National League here. So Mike McCormick, who we just saw, gets another win. And he leads. He only allowed 1 run to the Mets. ERA of 1.78. Pat Dobson for the Padres, 1.86. Steve Carlin for the Cardinals, 1.88. Jim Brewer for the Dodgers, 1.89. And Jim McLaughlin for the Reds, 1.93. Phil Niekro for the Braves, 2.04. So a lot of low ERAs there. Ken Holtzman for the Cubs leads with 5 so far. Pat Dobson and Fergie Jenkins each with 4 after the first month of the season. Strikeout leaders, excuse me. Jenkins for the Cubs, far and away, 43 in strikeouts in 47 innings. Gary Nolan having a great season, 30 strikeouts. Gary Nolan, 248. He was below 1, I think, for a little while during this month of April. After his first few starts. Jim Nash for the Braves, 28. Tom Seaver, rest in peace there, Tom Seaver, just passed away recently. 26 strikeouts, despite the Mets struggling so far. Let's see here. Yep, Jenkins for the Cubs leads with 47 innings pitched. Gaylord Perry, there he is, 43 innings pitched. Gary Nolan, 40 innings pitched. Ken Holtzman for the Cubs, 39. And there you go. Loss leaders, Gaylord Perry, not getting a lot of run support, as he has a 2.09 ERA, but 4 losses. So the Giants not giving Perry much to run support. Tug McGraw, 4 losses for the Mets. There you go. There's the story of the Mets right here. Tug McGraw, 4 losses. Tom Seaver, 4 losses. Definitely things you don't see if the Mets are doing well, or even halfway decent. So 8 losses after the first month between Tug McGraw and Tom Seaver. 8 out of their, is it 16 losses? Let's check it really quick. Yeah, so 8 out of the Mets. Half the Mets losses for McGraw and Seaver. You don't see that. You just don't see that. But here you go. So that's kind of we'll have to keep an eye on that and see what happens after. See if they can right that ship there. Digging themselves a deep hole there. Definitely having a hangover after the miracle Mets of 1969. So save leaders. So you get Dukes for the Padres. And Gusti for the Pirates with 4. And Dick Selma for the Phillies with 4 also. Whip leaders, Jim McLaughlin, 0.75. Bob Veal for the Pirates, 0.88. Gary Nolan for the Reds, again, having a great season, 0.90. Ken Holtzman, 0.97. McMahon for the Giants, and Gaylord Perry for the Giants. See, look at Gaylord Perry, 1.02 earned average, but his whip of 1.02, sorry, and an ERA of 2.09, yet he's got 4 losses, so he's definitely not getting any run support there. Bill Singer for the Dodgers, 104, and Denny Lemaster for the Astros, 1.04. All right, pitching 2, let's check that out. Jim Kitty Cat there. Wow, he's allowed 9 home runs. Mike Cuellar, also 9 home runs. Jim Palmer, 7. Complete game leaders, Jim Palmer with 4 complete games for the Orioles, and McNally with 3 for the Orioles. Odom and Hunter with each 2, and Patton and Jim Perry. So batting average against, Dobson 1.43. Wow. Marty Patton for the Brewers 156. Bunker for the Royals, 171. Roy Culp for the Red Sox, 184. Master Smith, 185. And Sonny Siebert, 186. So Red Sox getting some good pitching, at least for a couple of them. Shutouts. A bunch of people tied with the 1. Zepp, Perry, Murphy. That's Tom Murphy for the Angels when he was a starter. Bonson, Siebert, and Phoebus, each with 1 shutout. Walks allowed. See, there it is. Mickey Lolich with 19 walks allowed. Messersmith, 17. Bunker with 16. And Tom Murphy with 15. So forth. Dave Moorhead when he was with the Royals, 14. Blown save leaders, we don't kind of keeping track of that. So, all right. So let's see here. Don Sutton's allowed the most home runs in the National League with 8. The Dodgers. Joe Sparma with 7. Jim Merritt for the Reds. Steve Rinko with the Expos, and Claude Raymond with 7. Complete games, Gary Nolan, Ken Holtzman, and then Jerry Kuzman for the Mets sets 2 complete games. But again, not getting any run support. Pat Dobson with the Padres, 2. Batting average against, Jim McLaughlin, 134. Corkins for the Padres, 159. Nolan Ryan for the Mets. Batting average against, 183. So the Mets are definitely getting the pitching. Just nothing. Not getting any offense at all. As we just saw in that last game. That's been the story of the season. Steve Carlton for the Cardinals, 184. Gary Nolan, 185. And there you go. Gaylord Perry, 192. And again, he has 4 losses already. Shutouts. Let's see here. A bunch of guys tied with 1. You can see there. Walks allowed. Stoneman for the Expos, 24. Gentry for the Mets there. There you go. Torres, Mike Torres for the Cardinals, 16. There you go. So let's see here. I think that might be it. Let's just check and see if there's anything else we want to check out here. Yeah, not really. League. Let's just check out some team stats here, I guess. Let's see here. Let's go to runs. So this is the American League. So the Orioles lead with 101 runs scored. Brewers and Twins right behind them. Royals and White Sox and Angels pretty low. Red Sox kind of in the little bit below the middle. Hits. Brewers lead 206. Tigers and Royals down at the end there. Opposite side. Orioles with 194. Doubles. Orioles and Red Sox tied with 31. No surprise there with Fenway Park and Orioles Stadium there. Oh, excuse me. Woo. Orioles with 8 triples. Angels. Red Sox only 1 triple. Yeah, not surprising there. Home runs. Let's see who's leading in power here. Brewers and Twins and Angels all tied with 28. Royals only 8 home runs on the season. Wow. RBIs. Orioles, Brewers, and Twins with 98. Royals, White Sox, and Angels all with 61 at the other end. Walks. Orioles 95. Wow, far and above there. Senators next with 79. Angels and only 37 walks. And Red Sox only 41. Not too many intentional bases on balls. Strikeouts. Brewers, no surprise there. 137 strikeouts. Well, the Red Sox only struck out 90 times. Not a lot there. Hit by pitch. Twins. Stolen bases. 21 for the Athletics. Orioles with 15. And the Yankees with 13. Angels 10. And the Red Sox, surprisingly, with 9. That's not bad for the Red Sox. Only 3 for the Twins, Tigers, and Indians. Caught stealing. Athletics. Well, when you try a lot, you're going to get thrown out a lot. 12 there. Sacrifices. Brewers lead. Yeah, wow, that's surprising with 7. Sacrifice flies. Orioles with 9. Orioles with 8. Grounded to double plays. Brewers the most there. They probably have a lot of base runners, so there you go. Batting average. Let's check that out. So the Orioles lead with a 283 team batting average. Red Sox actually pretty high, 260. 221 at the bottom for the Royals, and Tigers 224 and Athletics 226. So the Athletics are making the most of their low batting average on base percentage. 292 for the Indians. Actually, hold on. There you go. 369 for the Orioles, leads the league. Far and above the way the Twins, 331. And Senators, 228. Opposite end of the spectrum. That's weird. Why is that? Oh, that's the league average. White Sox, 292, and Angels, 292. Red Sox kind of in the middle of the pack. Slugging percentage, lastly. Twins lead with 472. The Orioles next, 431. And the Brewers, 428. Royals, White Sox, and Senators at the bottom there. Red Sox actually pretty high there, 401. Let's go to the pitching. Let's go to the National League. This ought to be interesting to see where the Mets are right here. Yeah, just about done here. As we reach a little over an hour mark here. It'll be interesting to see these Mets batting stats here. Yeah, let's go runs first. So Cubs lead, no surprise there, 123. Braves 122, and the Astros 100. Down at the other side, look at Mets, only 64 runs. Mets and Cardinals only manufactured so half as many runs as the Cubs and the Braves, just about. Hits. Braves lead with 210. Cubs and Dodgers next, 200. Cardinals with 125. Mets with 145. Expos 139. Doubles. Dodgers 47. Wow, Cardinals only 16 doubles on the season. Let's see what the Mets found. Mets down to the bottom there. Wow, Dodgers with 13 triples. I think Will's had a lot of those. Had a few of those anyway. Giants only 2 triples on the season. Home runs. Padres lead 33 home runs. Braves second, 27. Cubs 26. And wow, Dodgers only 5 home runs on the season. Dodgers with no power at all. Mets 14. Not a lot, but okay. Braves 117 RBI. Cubs neck and neck with 116. Dodgers next. So Dodgers manufacturing a lot of runs because they only had 5 home runs, but they get 95 runs batted in. And Cardinals on the bottom here. Mets just slightly ahead of them, 64 RBI. Giants with 80 walks. And Pirates down at the bottom with only 44 walks. Strikeouts. Padres 155 strikeouts. Well, they're hitting a lot of home runs too, so 131 for the Phillies, 130 for the Giants. 82 strikeouts for the Cardinals. Matt's right in the middle of the pack there. Hit by pitch. Cubs, Dodgers, Giants. Stolen bases. Yep. Dodgers manufacturing a lot of runs. A lot of stolen base. 23 stolen bases. 8 ahead of the next second place team. The Mets actually, surprisingly, 15 stolen bases along with the Cardinals. So they're trying to force things to happen, the Mets are, and it's not working out too well for them. Caught stealing, Astros 12, Dodgers 10. The Dodgers are stealing almost a 700% there. Pirates only 2. Sacrifices, Expos lead with 8. Giants second with 7. Braves third with 6. Expos. 8 sacrifices. I think we just sacrifice flies. Expos lead there. Garnet to double plays. Mets, yeah. Braves are first, but they have a lot of base runners. Mets just the opposite story. They just every time they get somebody on, they hit into a double play. 21. Well, quite often anyway. Dodgers only 9. Yeah, they manufactured a lot of runs and not hit into a lot of double plays for the Dodgers. So batting average. Cubs lead the league 305. 23 points ahead of the Braves, which are next, 282, and then 265 for the Pirates. Expos at the bottom with 219, and the Mets not far above them, 232 on the season. Ouch. On base percentage, Dodgers pretty high in this one, I bet you. 380 for the Cubs. Actually, not as high as I thought. Just 322 for the Dodgers. So 380, Mets, Braves next, and those are the leaders there. 343 and 326. Padres down at the bottom, 289. Mets actually in the middle of the pack there. So they're getting on base. They just hit into a lot of double plays and not manufacturing a lot of runs. So slugging lastly. Oops. 507 for the Cubs team. That's awesome. Braves 446. Phillies 435. Mets at the bottom, 357 slugging percentage. There you go. Okay, so let's go to the AL there for the pitching. All right, so let's see here. Oops. Complete games. Orioles with 9 complete games for the pitching staff. Wow, more than double the Athletics with second place with 4. Royals and Senators with no complete games. Red Sox just 1. Sacrificed hits. Or shutouts, sorry. Shutouts. 2 for the Twins. Team shutouts. Still 2. Oh, actually, sorry. Oh, wait a second. That's weird. That's for the league. 2. Sorry. Saves, Brewers 8, Yankees 7, Angels 7. Not doing whole volunteers or holds. Innings pitched. Hits against. So you want low on this one. So Athletics, Orioles, Tigers. Runs against. Wow, Red Sox pitching horrible. 111. Wow. Orioles, Athletics, Brewers. Yeah, that's why they're leading leagues. Earned runs. Yeah. Red Sox and White Sox, horrible. Walks. Red Sox lead last. So Red Sox pitching not doing very well overall. But Twins, Brewers, and Senators and Brewers. Intentional walks. K's. Angels, Brewers, Athletics, Red Sox. Wow, there's a lot of strikeouts there. Orioles not as high as I thought they'd be. Royals and Senators below there. Home runs allowed. White Sox and Red Sox neck and neck, 28-27. Only 15 for the Indians, Tigers, Yankees, Senators, and Brewers. What's this one? Hit batters, I think, yeah. Wow, pitches, box. 3 for the Indians, 3 out of the 6 in the league. Batters faced. Wins, here we go. So the Brewers, 13 wins. Orioles, 12. Red Sox down here at 7. And the Orioles with the least. Losses, of course. Royals, Red Sox. And Twins, Orioles, and Brewers lead. ERA, team ERA. So 2.78 for the Athletics. Slightly ahead of the Brewers, 2.79. Wow, the Brewers getting some good pitching. Orioles, 2.85. No surprise there. 5.11 for the Red Sox. So the worst pitching in the league. Let's check out the whips. Athletics, Orioles, Brewers. There you go. And then the Red Sox and Yankees at the bottom there. Tigers not too far behind them. Batting average against. Yankees 276, White Sox there. And Athletics, Orioles, and Royals. And the Brewers next. Alright, so National League. Just about done here, I promise you. So complete games, here we go. Cubs 5. So the Cubs doing great all around. Shutouts, Cubs 3. Team shutouts 3. So Astros with four team shutouts. Saves, Cubs and Phillies lead with 7. Innings pitched. Hits allowed. Cardinals and Cubs and Mets. Wow, Mets. See, the Mets aren't getting bad pitching. Just that they have no offense. And runs against. See the Mets. Here, earned runs. Walks. Giants, though, are an Expos and Phillies the worst there. Cubs, the best, only 49 walks. Strikeouts. Dodgers. And Expos and Reds. And the worst is the Cardinals, only 77 strikeouts in 140 innings for the Cardinals pitching staff. Home runs against. Expos, 31 home runs. Wow. See the Mets. 21. Hit batters. Mets, wow. Mets pitching is at 8. Probably out of frustration. That's why they got 8. Wow, pitches. 5 for the Giants. Box. Batters face. Wins. There you go. Mets only with 3 wins. And most losses. Cubs 15 wins. Astros and Braves. There you go. There are your leaders. ERA. Team ERA. Astros 320. Let's check out the Mets team ERA. Well, not the greatest. 445. Still not great. Man, I guess it's pretty bad, though. I guess they can only hold... their offense isn't producing any runs. The the pitching can only hold it for so long. So the whip. Team whip. Reds lead 118. Cubs 123. So Cubs having a banner season. After the first month. Expos 159. Batting average against. Reds 228. Giants 243. Cubs 245. Dodgers 246. See the Mets there. Only 248 against. So that's not bad. So definitely not getting any support there. And let's check the fielding thing lastly. We'll just do this one quickly. Oh, good. Okay, putouts. Let's go with errors. Pirates and Expos and Cardinals the best. Mets with 20 down here. Double plays. Braves, Pirates, Astros. Pass balls. Fielding percentage. Pirates, Expos, and Dodgers, and Reds, and Astros, and Cardinals, and Cubs. And then finally at the bottom, Padres down near the bottom here. Mets down near the bottom. And let's check. That was National League. Whoops. American League here. Alright. Errors. White Sox the lowest. Red Sox with the highest. So Red Sox and Brewers are the highest, and the Red Sox right below them. Twins only turned 10 double plays on the season, 18 games. Red Sox turned the most double plays. Yeah, they probably had a lot of runners on. The other team. Pass balls. Fielding percentage. Red Sox with the lowest fielding percentage, 965, along with the Brewers. And Senators next. And then best fielding percentage are the White Sox and Angels, Athletics, Orioles, Yankees. Yep. And I think that is pretty much it here. We can just quickly go. I probably lost most of you guys by now. But let's just quickly... can I go team here? Yeah, team. Alright, so there you go. So those are the Orioles. So if you want to stop it, go ahead. So we just do that's the team there. Yeah. Just leave it there. And pitching. There you go. And finally the fielding. There you go. Okay, those are the Orioles. The Red Sox. There you go for the Red Sox. Oops. There you go. Pitching. There you go. Wow, Sparky Lyle's having a rough season. 11.70 ERA. And there's the fielding for the Red Sox. Cleveland. There you go. Pitching. There you go. Higgins having a good year. 0.63 in 10 games. Fielding. There you go. Different positions for the players. All right, Detroit. Oops. There you go. Pitching. Detroit. There's Lolich, yeah. 138 whip, 478. He has 3-4 on the season. Fielding. There you go. Yankees batting. There you go. Let's see, where's no, is he retired by now? Yeah. Yeah, Mickey Mantle is retired by now. He's not here. Pitching. The Yankees fielding. There you go. Senators batting. There you go. Pitching. And fielding. Angels. Pitching for the Angels. Fielding for the Angels. White Sox. Pitching for the White Sox. Will Boyd. Fielding. Ooh, a lot of fielders there. White Sox. Royals. Batting. Sweet Lou Piniella on the Royals. Excuse me. Pitching for the Royals. Oops. Dick Drago on the Royals when he was a starter. Jerry Adair there. On the Royals. Brewers, let's check them out. Just lots of power there. Harper and Dalton. There you go. Pitching for the Royals. Or for the Brewers, sorry. There you go. Fielding. Tito Francona, Terry Francona's dad. He's with the Brewers. Also with the Indians at one point. Minnesota. So the Twins. There's Killebrew there. Awesome line there. 9 home runs, 23 runs batted in. 369 average, 434 on base percentage, 831 slugging. Check out the rest of there. Pitching. Stan Williams and Ron Peranowski. Jim Cott. 2 and 3. So Twins struggling a bit. Even though they're actually the Twins are first place, so they're not struggling really. Except for Jim Cott, 7.07 ERA. And Louis Tiant is 3-0. Fielding for the Twins. There you go. Athletics. Try to keep this going a little faster here. They played a few more games here. 20 games for them. PLU not doing so well. Hitting just 190. Wow. Dick Green hitting just 139. Yeah, the A's are struggling. Average-wise. But their pitching is keeping them in it. Oh, yeah. Catfish Hunter 4-1 with a 151 ERA, and Chuck Dobson 1-2 with a 151 ERA. So Dobson not getting much run support, even though Hunter is. In fact, Dobson could be said he's pitching better than Hunter because he's got just a 143 as opposed to 201 and .81 whip. So definitely not getting the run support. They've had to take him out early probably too. Yeah, so the difference between run support and non-run support between Hunter and Dobson there. Raleigh Fingers. Ooh, Raleigh Fingers struggling so far, 982 earned run average. And there's the fielding. Alright, Cubs, here we go. This is the team we want to see. Yeah, so there you go. Billy Williams, 370, 8 home runs, 25 runs batted in, 21 runs scored. Definitely some good stats for Billy Williams there. And Jim Hickman, too. And Kessinger with 4 triples. Alright, there you go. Pitching. Check out that Cubs pitching. For Regan. Wow, he's not doing so good. Abernathy. Jenkins 4-0. And Holtzman 5-0. So 9-0 between Holtzman and Jenkins. Fielding. There you go there. Montreal. The Expos. Oops. You are resting Legrand Orange there. Oh, he's struggling. Only 205 for Staub. Bob Bailey. Is that Bob Bailey? Yeah. Bob Bailey off to a good start. 371. Definitely much better than his 1978 with the Red Sox. It's horrible, especially against righties. Pitching. Not so good there. Carl Morton 2-0. Everybody else pretty bad. And fielding. There you go. New York Mets, here we go. Here's what we want to see. How bad this is. So let's take a look at this. So the start is 250, 254, 259. Sabota 205. Ken Boswell 152. Ouch. So no power at all though. So the leading home run hitter has 3. Duffy Dyer, who we just saw hit a solo home run. Everybody else 2. Pretty sad. RBIs, the leader is 8 with Cleon Jones. Not even any double digits there, so pretty bad. Oh, Ken Singleton was on the Mets. That's interesting. I didn't know that. Tug McGraw. It's pretty bad when your pitcher there is leading on base percentage. So let's take a look at the Mets pitching there. Tug McGraw. Yeah, Tug McGraw's 0-4. He actually has struggled though. 635 earned run average. Ron Taylor 436, 426. Jerry Kuzman 2-3. He's got 2 of the 3 wins. So Kuzman's got 2 and Seaver's got 1. 483 and 426. So they're not pitching excellently, but they get no run support, so they can only hold it so long, yes. And fielding. Okay, so Phillies. Whew. There you go for the Phillies. Larry Hysonia's on the Phillies. Don Money on the Phillies. There you go. Pitching. Phillies. So the only bright spot there is Jim Bunning, 3-0. Wise is 2-2. Before he came to the Red Sox a few years before. Fielding. There you go for the Phillies. Pittsburgh Pirates. Batting. Mazeroski Clemente. 365. 6 home runs, 13 runs batted in. Gene Alley. Doing all right too. Stargell. .266 with 5 home runs. Al Oliver, Richie Hebner. Pitching for the Pirates. Veal is just 1-0. So not a lot of wins there. Steve Blass 2-2. Fielding for the Pirates. Cardinals, let's check out their offense too. They're not doing much of anything. So let's go home runs. Was it home runs that was low? There's something that was really low for the... Can't remember what it was. Wow, yeah. Dick Allen's got 7. Haig's got 4. Torrey's got 3. LaRon Lee's got... Yeah, so they have 15 home runs. Wait. Yeah, 15 home runs for the whole team. And Dick Allen's got 7 of them. 4 guys have home runs, and that is it on the whole team. Wow. So not much power at all for the Cardinals. Dick Allen leads with 12 RBIs, Joe Torre with 10, and that's it. Ouch. Pitching for the Cardinals. George Culver 0-3. Excuse me. Mike Torres 2-1. Steve Carlton 2-1 with a 188. Where is Bob Gibson? 1-1, 325. Yeah, not getting much run support. Here's the fielding for the Cardinals. Braves, here we go. Another good team we want to see. I want to see anyway. They played 21 games. Hank Aaron, yeah, 10 home runs. He's got almost as many home runs as the whole Cardinal team. Between Hank Aaron and Tony Gonzalez. That's the whole Cardinal team right there. Anyway. Yeah, so definitely you can see where the Braves are doing so well. 365, 341. Yep. Pitching. Yeah. Pretty. 10 games, 3 saves, 0.66 a year earned average. Not the greatest, but... Jim Nash 3-1. Yeah, so they're getting a lot of run support, so they're going to need to tighten up there in the pitching a little bit. Fielding. There you go. All right. Reds. Johnny Bench. 5 home runs. Tony Perez, 5 home runs. Pete Rose, just 271. That's low for him. Oh yeah, let's go get Bernie Carbo here. Here he is. Bernie Carbo, 404 batting average, 5 homers, 13 runs batted in. Tied with Bench and Perez, all 3 of them with 5 homers, 13 runs batted in. So Carbo definitely having probably arguably the best year. So far, anyway. Pitching. Clay Carroll. Oh, yeah, let's look at Gary Nolan. He's 3-2. I think he started off at 3-0, so he had an area below 2, but he's come down to earth a little bit, but still having a good season. Jim McLaughlin, 193. Yeah. There we go. Wayne Simpson, 3-0. Almost done here. Let's see here. Houston Astros. A team that's doing well. Joe Morgan, 250. Not the greatest year so far. Pretty consistent, steady team. Nobody with great stats, but all pretty consistent. Joe Pepitone came over from the Yankees. John Mayberry when he was on the Houston. So yeah, having a good all-around, pretty consistent. Nobody with great numbers, but nobody with horrible numbers either. Pitching staff is doing pretty good overall. Lee Masters 3-0. Yeah. Bouton is 3-0, and Cook is 3-0. So between those three guys, they're 9-0 with those three guys right there. Houston doing well. There's the fielding. Almost to the end here. Dodgers, here we go. Batting. So not great batting averages here, except Willie Davis is doing pretty well. He's got 8 stolen bases too. Lead the team. 330 average. 357 on base, so not getting a lot of walks, but average is high enough. There you go. Home runs, yeah. Here we go. The Dodgers, yeah, the Dodgers only had 5 home runs. That was the team. So they only had 5 home runs. Yeah. But they got Davis, they've got 10, 11, 12, 13 triples on the team. And a ton of doubles. So when they get their hits, they're getting doubles and triples, just not home runs. So they're manufacturing all those runs there. So there you go. Yeah. So definitely a team that's manufacturing runs really well. Fairly well. Pitching. Jim Brewer's 3-0, 12 games. Ray Lamb 2-1. Alan Foster 3-1. Clyde Osteen struggling, 1-3. There you go. Okay, last 2 teams. San Diego Padres. So Cito Gaston's doing well, I know that in this one. Cito Gaston, 8 homers, 19 runs, batting in .303. Dave Campbell struggling. Nate Colbert doing pretty well. Al Ferreira, 391. Nothing to sneeze at. 5 homers, 17 runs batted in there. So Padres doing all right offensively. Yeah, Cito Gaston leads the team with 8 home runs. Oops. Pitching for the Padres. Tom Dukes, 0-1. So Pat Dobson, 4-0, 1.86 earned run average, doing excellent. Everybody else could stand to improve a bit. Pat Dobson with 4 wins there. Fielding. Hey, we got a new subscriber. Let's check that out later. And last team here. Finally, San Francisco Giants, which we just saw play. Batting. Let's see, anybody notable here. William Covey with 6 home runs. Willie Mays with 4 home runs. I don't think he played in the last game we just played. He might have the day off. Bobby Bonds, 5 home runs. 3 home runs. He hit 1 in the game we just saw. Ron Hunt with 3. So nothing too exciting there, but pitching. McMahon, 1-1. Let's see Marichal. Where is he? He's struggled so far. 470. 2-0 though. 470 ERA. McCormick, 3-1. Yeah, here we go. Gaylord Perry, 1-4, 2.09 ERA. So he's definitely not getting any run support. 1.02 whip. Batting average against only 102, but he's 1-4. So Ron Guidry definitely not getting. Ron Guidry. Gaylord Perry definitely not getting the run support here, as you can see. Yeah, definitely needs more run support there. And finally, the fielding. There you go. And now we'll get back to the standings. There you go. So this is it after the first month of the season. Orioles and Twins lead. Well, Twins and Brewers. Cubs far and away in the National League East. And Astros a game ahead of the Braves and a game and a half ahead of the Dodgers there. So let's check the one-run games. So these are the one-run games. Nothing that exciting there, although the Athletics are doing well. Twins are doing well. So pretty much the Red Sox doing okay. Orioles not doing so great. So there you go. So that is it. So that's after 1 month of the season. Again, after like 45 minutes to an hour of going through stats, but that is the first month in the 1970 season. Hopefully we'll work on a little bit faster pace and get that internet set up in our office so we can start getting these out more regularly and post on the Delphi forum. So take care. God bless. Thanks for watching. Those of you who made it out here, you definitely, made it through this whole video, definitely deserve a reward. So take care. God bless. And we'll see you on the next National Pastime 3 video. So take care now. Bye-bye.